Hey everyone, welcome back to Quick English Channel. I hope you're all doing fine and finding your own light, even on the hard days. Today, we're talking about something we've all faced, when life doesn't go as planned. You know, we all have that picture in our heads, the perfect version of how our life should go. The dream job, the right relationship, the clear path. But somehow, life loves to surprise us.
Yeah, it's funny how life doesn't ask for our permission before changing direction. You plan everything so carefully, and suddenly, you're standing somewhere you never thought you'd be.
Exactly. And sometimes that somewhere feels uncomfortable, even painful. You look around and think this wasn't supposed to happen. But that's the thing. Life never promised us a straight line.
True, it's more like a messy, unpredictable story. You expect chapters of joy, but then you get a few pages filled with confusion and heartbreak. And the hardest part? You can't skip ahead to see how it ends.
Right. We want control. We want to know. But when plans fall apart, when you don't get that job, when someone leaves, when your dream doesn't work out, it teaches you something control never could. Humility and strength.
You said it. I remember a time when I thought I had everything figured out. I had this whole 5-year plan, every step mapped out. Then, boom, life flipped the table. Nothing worked.
And how did that feel?
Like I failed. Like everything I worked for just disappeared. But here's what I learned. Sometimes what feels like falling apart is really just falling into place. You just can't see it yet.
That's powerful. It reminds me of a quote. Sometimes, when things are falling apart, they may actually be falling into place. I think the hardest part of dealing with unexpected changes is acceptance.
Yeah, because we keep replaying what should have been. The what ifs, the why me. But the truth is, life doesn't owe us perfection. It owes us experience.
Exactly. And experience isn't always gentle. Sometimes it's messy, loud, confusing, but that's how we grow. Think about it. The people who seem the most grounded are usually the ones who've walked through storms.
True. Growth never happens in comfort. You know, I once read that pain is the birthplace of change. It's like life's way of saying, you're ready for something new.
I like that. But let's be honest. When you're in the middle of it, it doesn't feel like a lesson. It feels like chaos. You question everything. Yourself, your choices, your worth.
Yeah, and in those moments, what helps is not trying to fix everything right away. Sometimes you just need to breathe and let time do its work.
That's so true. Healing isn't instant. It's quiet. It's those little moments, going for a walk, journaling, talking to someone, or just letting yourself cry.
And one day, without realizing it, you look back and realize that pain you thought would break you actually built you.
Exactly. It shaped your patience, your empathy, your wisdom. The version of you that exists today couldn't have been created without those moments of being lost or disappointed.
And maybe that's the real plan, not the one you wrote down, but the one life quietly unfolds for you.
I think the challenge is learning to trust that plan, even when it doesn't make sense. Because eventually, the dots connect.
You're right. And sometimes not getting what you want is actually protection, not rejection.
That hits deep. There are moments when life says no, not because we don't deserve it, but because we deserve better.
Exactly. But that's something we only understand later, when we've grown enough to see the full picture.
You know, it's like being in the middle of a storm. You can't see beyond the rain, but that doesn't mean the sky won't clear.
Beautifully said. I think a lot of people today feel lost, like nothing's going according to plan. But maybe it's time we stop fighting it and start flowing with it.
Flow. I like that word. It's softer than control. It means trusting the direction. even when the current changes.
Yeah, because sometimes life redirects you toward things you never knew you needed. People, places, experiences. They show up when you least expect it.
Exactly. And those detours often become the best parts of your story. Think about it. If everything went according to plan, would we ever learn resilience?
Probably not. Perfection doesn't teach you much. Struggle does. It teaches you to rebuild, to adapt, to believe again.
So maybe it's not about trying to avoid getting lost. It's about learning to walk through uncertainty with grace.
Yeah, to remind yourself that you're not behind. You're just being prepared for something new.
And sometimes, being lost is life's way of helping you find who you truly are.
And sometimes being lost is life's way of helping you find who you truly are.
So if you're listening right now and life feels off track, remember, it's okay. You're not broken. You're becoming.
And one day, you'll look back and realize that plan that didn't work out led you exactly where you needed to be.
Every ending isn't the end. Sometimes, it's just the start of a new chapter. One you didn't see coming, but needed all along.
Life's not about sticking to the plan. It's about learning to dance when the music changes.
That's beautiful. And I guess the key is, don't lose yourself trying to control the story. Just live it.
Exactly. Because even when life doesn't go as planned, it still goes on. And so do you.
And that's all for today's talk, guys. If life feels uncertain right now, take a deep breath. You're doing better than you think.
Remember, sometimes not knowing what's next is the best place to begin again.
If you found comfort or meaning in this episode, hit that like button. It really helps us grow.
And don't forget to subscribe to the Quick English channel for more real and meaningful conversations like this.
Make sure you stick around for our next video. We've got something truly inspiring coming your way. Until then, take care, stay strong, and trust the journey.